All right, this video is going to show you some tips and tricks and ideas in creating a scene, and then you're actually going to be working on creating your own scene. And I will outline what's going on with that. But first, I want to show you how to create a scene. So if we're in Scratch, you would hit Create, okay, and open up the project editor. And we're going to call this 5.2 Scene Creation. And you can do that as well. All right. I'm just going to hit share so it's able to be seen by other people. All right. My project is now shared. I would want to see inside so I can edit it. First things first, we're going to get rid of the cat. So if I come up here and take a look, I have a lot of different keys up here. I have my delete key, which is little snippers, the little scissors here. I can just click delete. Okay. So the goal here is to create a little interaction between two of the sprites or two of the characters. So first things first, I'm going to grab a backdrop and I'm going to choose, and you can choose whatever backdrop you like. I'm going to choose the movies outside. You could also grab a backdrop from the internet if you wanted to, or you could take a picture of a backdrop, so you can get very creative with this. So here's my backdrop, and I'm going to go get two sprites. So I'm going to click New Sprite, and I'm going to grab Alex here, double click. There she is. There she should be, okay. There's Alex, she's one of our characters. And I'm also going to go in and I'm going to grab Devin here, all right. So Alex is going to tell Devin a joke. But before that happens, if you see, they're not really looking at each other. So what we want to do is actually go in and change one of the sprites. And we can change Devin. We can change the costumes. Notice Devin comes with 4 different costumes, so we can sort of animate Devin. And we'll change the costumes so that if we see in the corner here, we can do lots of things. One of the things we can do is flip left, right. So we can have Devin face Alex as opposed to sort of being turned away from her. So here we are. There we go. So now I've changed Devin's costumes. So as if Devin were to roll through the costumes, Devin is facing Alex. All right. So now I want Alex. Alex is going to tell our classic old joke. And our joke we'll use for this example is our old math joke, why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7 ate 9. Ha ha ha, very funny. All right, so to look at this, we want Alex to be able to say something. So I know this might sound strange, but you can actually, it says looks. Looks is for anything that we can see. So if we drag out this block, say hello for 2 seconds, so Alex says hello. No big deal there. So we're going to say, Alex says, I have a joke to tell you. Okay, there we go. And if I click it, that's what she says. But we want to be able to start the animation by just the click of the flag. We don't have to go into the script, because if you're sharing this with somebody, they're going to have access to the flag. So if we go to events, when the flag is clicked, now we have Alex being able to say, I have a joke to tell you. Okay. Well, we want Devin to be able to do something when the flag is clicked, and he can say something like, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Okay, so now if I click the flag, they both simultaneously say their quote, which doesn't really make any sense if it's a conversation. So we have to think about why that's occurring. Well, Alex has a script. This is called a script. Any connection of blocks is called a script. And Devin has a script that he's following. So when I click the flag, they're both following the script at the same time. That's not what I want to do. I want to have a conversation between the two of them. So I want you to think about a way we could fix Devin's script. And my hint is that it's in the control somewhere. So I'd like you to try to figure out a way to fix the script so that they're actually having a conversation. So you can pause the video and try to figure that out. Okay, so I hope that you came to the conclusion that if we have Devin just wait a little bit, in fact, he can wait 2 seconds because Alex is saying something for 2 seconds, this will actually make sense. So I can now click, I have a joke to tell you, let's hear it. And now we have a little bit of dialogue going on between the two. All right, so now we're ready for Alex to tell her joke. But of course, Alex has to wait 2 seconds as well as Devin is saying, I have a joke to tell you. Or sorry, as Devin is saying, let's hear it. So Alex will wait 2 seconds, and then she will tell her joke. So we'll say, or she'll ask the question about her joke. Why was 6 afraid of 7? And since this is a little bit of a longer question, I will have this say for 3 seconds. And we can take a look and see. I have a joke to tell you. Let's hear it. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Well, we'll have to figure this out. So, and then we can actually have Devin say, Devin's going to have to wait 3 seconds now. All right. And Devin can say, I don't know. What did 6? Why was 6 afraid of 7? Why was 6 afraid of 7? Okay. And then Alex is going to have to wait. Well, let's see. We said this was for 2 seconds, but that's pretty long. Maybe we'll put 4 seconds in. So Alex is going to have to wait 4 seconds. And then we can have Alex say, because 7, 8, 9. And so Alex is saying that. We could have her say it for 3 seconds. And then Devin, of course, has to wait those 3 seconds. And then Devin can say, well, Devin can do a lot of things. Devin can say, ha ha, great joke. Or Devin can say something like, a terrible joke, or whatever you want him to say. So now let's play and let's see. We have a little dialogue going. Joke to tell you? Let's hear it. Why was 6 afraid of 7? I don't know. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. Ha ha, great joke. So now as we play the scene, we want the characters to have a little bit of flexibility in terms of how they look. They wouldn't necessarily have the same facial expression. So for example, if we kind of went back and stopped after Alex is saying, okay, why was 6 afraid of 7? We would want Alex to actually sort of look like she's asking a question. So if I go to costumes and take a look, well, Alex B sort of looks to me like she's trying to ask a question. So, or at least she's being inquisitive. So we can actually change this. So I have a joke to tell you, and you can actually have her switch her costume to Alex B, and then we can run the script, and you'll see I have a joke to tell you. Let's hear it. Okay. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Now, as you notice, it didn't look like she changed her costume. So what happened was I had her costume chosen as B from the beginning because I had clicked on B. So what we can always do is have her, at the beginning, go back to costume A so that we know she's on A right at the beginning. Okay, so I have a joke to tell you. Let's hear it. Okay, then she rates and goes, oh, why was 6 afraid of 7? All right, so now the next piece of dialogue, Devin is sort of asked a question. So again, I can have him start at A, all right, which was his original costume, and I can take a look. So B, Devin B, looks like he's very puzzled. So I can put that in, I don't know, why was 6 afraid of 7? All right, we can have Devin B in here as well. All right, so now let's see how the script runs. I have a joke to tell you. Let's hear it. Why was 6 afraid of 7? I don't know. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. Now, obviously, haha, great joke. We don't want Devin puzzled at that point. So we have to look, and we want Devin to be laughing. So it looks like Devin C is actually the best option that we have for him at that point. So we can go to switch costume to Devin C. So we have, I have a joke to tell you. Let's hear it. Why was 6 afraid of 7? I don't know. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. Ha ha, great joke. Now, so we can actually get some animation in here if we're creative with the programming. All right, I wanted to show you a couple of other things that you can do. And there's so many things you can do to add to this. So one thing you can do is add your own sounds. So for example, I actually went and downloaded, I don't know if any of you are aware of Fozzie Bear, but Fozzie Bear was a character on the Muppets, and he used to tell jokes, and his classic line was "Waka Waka." So I downloaded that clip. I actually found it on YouTube, and I used a YouTube to MP3 converter. And so I'm going to actually download this sound, and you can hear it.
Waka waka.
That's the sound. And I'm going to have Devin actually say this sound instead of actually saying, haha, great joke. I can take that out and have this sound play, all right? And I can play it until it's done. So now let's take a look. I have a joke to tell you. Let's hear it. All right. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Well, I don't know. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. And?
Waka waka.
And now I've got him laughing. All right. Now, here's another thing you can do. Just wanted to show you another feature. It's called broadcasting. So broadcasting allows a sprite or a character to send out a message to any other sprite, all right, or to the background. So in other words, a message can be sent from a sprite to everything. So for example, let's say I wanted to actually add a backdrop. So let's say I wanted to create a story, almost like a play, okay? I can actually go and add, if I go back to stage, I can add different backdrops. In fact, I have a blank backdrop. I'm going to delete that. And I can actually add a new backdrop. So I can actually go in here and I will add the movie's inside. So we're going to go from outside to inside. All right. And I can actually tell, excuse me, I can actually tell, you can use the sprites to tell the background to change. So for example, if I go to scripts, what I can do is I can go to events, and I can say, I can go to, well, well, let me do it this way. So we're going to broadcast, okay, a new message, and the message is going to be go inside. All right, there's my message. Now, broadcast go inside. Well, if I just, so let me just go back to the backdrop and click the original backdrop. Let's run this. So at the end here, the sprite is going to broadcast a message. Okay, so at the end, you're not going to hear anything, but the sprite is going to broadcast that message.
Waka waka.
Got waka waka in there, and nothing happens because nothing's been aligned to actually have. Once Alex broadcasts go inside, we actually have to program something to happen. So, for example, here I can go back to the stage, and I can say, if you take a look, when I receive go inside, we can have the stage, if we go to looks, we can have the switch backdrop to the movie's inside. Okay? And now if I play, all right, you'll see, it'll run its course here. All right, and it'll run its course. All right.
Waka waka.
Now, of course, we don't actually want the stage to change as Devin is laughing, so we have to kind of take a step back for a second and so Devin's going to be laughing for as long as that sound plays, right? So if I go back, we're going to play Waka Waka until you're done. Waka Waka is about a 2-second clip. I have a second and 80 milliseconds here. So I can go back to my script and just put a little pause in here. So I can go to Control. I'll put a little pause in here and then wait 2 seconds. All right. Now the other thing is that if I were to go back and play this, you see that we're currently inside the movie theater. That's because when I had my stage open, when we had the stage open, I had it selected on the movie's inside. So something we're going to want to do to my background, okay, if I run a script, is if I click the flag, I'm going to want the backdrop to return back to the original. So I'm going to go to scripts, excuse me, sorry. Go to scripts, event. So when I click the flag, all right, when we click the flag, we're going to go back to the movies outside so that I don't have to worry about the switching. So when I click the flag, I'm back to where I was going to be. Okay, so what you're going to be doing is you're going to be creating a project with a minimum of 3 characters and 3 scenes that has some dialogue to it, and you're going to have to add sound,
Waka
and you're
waka.
going to have to change the scene. So you've been exposed to the different types of things we can do in this project. Thanks, guys.